afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the auction at 24 Belgrave Street in Coburg. My name is Loretta Khoo and I'll be your auctioneer today. Assisting me are my amazing colleagues. I've got Jesse Dolcetta, there he is. I've got Lucas Di Bartolo and Jessica Lozanovsky and the lovely Daniel Prossimo, whom I'm sure you've met throughout the course of the campaign. The contract has been on display for some 30 minutes and it authorises Barry Plant Inner North to offer this land on title volume 06675 folio 949 together with any improvements also known as 24 Belgrave Street in Coburg. It includes all fixed floor coverings, window furnishings, light fittings, anything of a permanent nature or anything that's been outlined in the contract of sale. The terms we're calling on today will be a very simple 10% deposit and the balance at settlement being a very flexible 30 to 90 days. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any special conditions that have been made available prior to the start of this auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price and as the auctioneer I shall indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders from preventing others from bidding, and there are fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bid. To indicate that I'll be bidding on behalf of the vendor, I'll simply use the words vendor bid, and by law only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. If a dispute arises, I shall do one of two things. I'll either resubmit the property at the last undisputed bid or I'll simply start the auction again. Any questions with regards to the rules or the contract? Excellent. Well, you've definitely come to the right place to buy the perfect family home. Coburg has been a very popular suburb and for good reason. Young families have been moving into this area because you can have any kind of lifestyle that you could possibly want. If you like the outdoors, well, you've got Merry Creek only 500 metres away, Northcote Golf Course is very close by, and you've got tennis and football clubs surrounding you. If you like a lifestyle of convenience, well, and you want to feed your shopping and social habits, well, Lygon Street, Miller Street, Preston Market, Berkeley Square and even Pentridge Village are all very close. Public transport's very easy. You can be into the CBD in minutes with a choice of 3 tram lines and 2 train stations. But if family and kids are your focus, well, within a 3K radius of here, you've got 3 fantastic Catholic primary schools. You've got Antonini just around the corner, which goes from foundation to year 12, and you are zoned for Coburg High. Now, I've been speaking with the vendors throughout the course of this campaign, John and Tash, and they've been here for 15 years and they are very sad to see it go. But what they have done is they've actually sent me a message. They've written a message for me to read out to you today, and this is from them. So here it goes. It's actually hard to put into words why we just love this place. It really has left a hole in our hearts moving away from here. Having the wide back deck is like having a third living room. Sitting out there with a cuppa is so peaceful and you feel like you're in the country with birdsong, the garden and beautiful trees. We love how light streams through the stained glass windows and have used both living areas a lot. Somehow the layout, especially with the 2 living spaces, has worked beautifully for our family, and there is a beautiful flow to the house, but also room for privacy. This is such a lovely part of Coburg, particularly the beautiful curving tree-lined street. It has a great friendly feel to it, and we will miss all of our loving neighbours. It really has felt old school local with the milk bar at the corner too. We've loved walking to local cafes, bars, restaurants, shops and jumping on the trams to Brunswick, Carlton and in the city. There are fantastic creek walks and Joe's Market Garden is only a 5-minute stroll away. We've been spoilt for choice with lots of amenities and a great local neighbourhood vibe, which we will miss enormously. So there you go. On another note, on the 8th of July, the RBA is going to be meeting again and it is very likely that the interest rates are going to be going down. What we're seeing in the market at the moment is that there is a flurry of buyers coming back in, and we're also seeing interstate investors flooding into the Melbourne market. So what does that mean? It means that when demand goes up, prices also go up. So that extra 5, 10, 20 or even 50,000 that you stretch today is going to be very minimal in the next 12 months or so. So on that note, I'd like to get started. Good luck with your bidding. Who would like to bid me away at 24 Belgrave Street in Coburg? 1,350,000, and I'll take 10 in the rise, and welcome, thank you very much. At 1,350,000, any further bidding? 1,350,000. At 1,350,000. At 10, at 1,360,000. 1,360,000. 1,360,000, welcome. At 1,360,000. 70, at 70, at 370, at 370. 80, at 80, 80, it's against you, at 80. 80, it's against you, Jesse, at 80. At 1,390,000, at 390, at 1,390,000, 1,390,000, at 1.4, 1,400,000, at 1,400,000, 10, at 10. Ladies and gentlemen, just letting you know, at 1,410,000, we are definitely on the market. I'm not taking a half-time break. We are definitely selling. The keys are currently sitting over here. 1,410,000, 10, 20, at 20, at 1,420,000, 420, at 420. We are selling 1,420,000, 50, at 50. Good strong bidding buys property at 1,450,000. We are definitely selling. Remember, the keys are over here. It's against you, Lucas. 1,450,000. 20, 70 at 470. 470 at 470. 1,470,000. We're 10, 80. 1,480,000. 90 at 90. 1,490,000. At 10, at 5, well, welcome to the bidding at 1,500,000, 1,500,000, 10, at 10, 1,510,000. It's against you, it's against you, it's currently sitting over here, 1,510,000, we are selling. At 1,510,000, 1,520,000 or 30, 1,530,000, good strong bidding, I love it, 1,530,000, we are selling, still good value, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, beautiful light. Where are we at? 40 at 1,540,000. At 1,540,000, and we're selling. First call at 1,540,000. Second call at 1,540,000.
10, Loretta.
50 at 50. 1,550,000. 1,550,000. Any further bidding? 5. I'll take your 5. We're on the market. 1,555,000. 60. 70, 1,570,000 and selling. 1,575,000, 1,575,000, 1,575,000 and selling. 80 at 80, 1,580,000, 1,580,000 and selling. First call at 1,580,000. Second call at 1,580,000. 1, I'll take your 1. Thank you and welcome. 1,581,000. It's all money here. 1,581,000. 85. 1,585,000. 90 at 90. At 1,590,000. 1,590,000. 4 in it at the moment. 4 horse race. 1,595,000. 95. 96 at 1. Yep, 96. 1,596,000. Almost there. 97. We'll take ones. 6. 1,600,000. 1,600,000, and we are selling 1,600,000. Selling. Still good value at that. 1. At 1. Hannah, how would you like to go? Where would you like to? Not in at the moment. For $1,000, you want to give it up for 1,000? 1,601,000.
605.
5. At 605. Good bidding. At 1,605,000. First call at 1,605,000. 5. 10. 1,610,000. At 1,610,000. 12. At 12. 1,615,000. At 1,615,000. 16. 16. 1,616,000. We're calling it 1,616,000. First call at 1,616,000. Second call at 1 million. 20 at 20. 1,620,000. One. One strong bid maybe. Might be a knockout bid. 1,621,000. 25. 26. 26. 1,626,000. 30. 1. At 1,631,000, we are selling. What a beautiful neighbourhood. Nice natural light that flows into this home. Any further bidding? At 1,631,000. I will call it 3 times. 5, 6. 1,636,000. Good strong bidding, nice size home, 2 living areas. 1,636,000. First call at 1,636,000. Second call at 1,636,000. Third and final call at 1,636,000. Remember, no late bids. Once the contract hits my hand, it is going to be a sold property. We are selling 40 at 1,640,000. 1 at 1,641,000. 1,641,000 we are selling. Sure? Nigel? You sure? Thank you very much for your bidding. At 1,641,000, I'll call it 3 times and that's it. First, second, third and final call at 1,641,000. We are selling. You sure? We are sold. Congratulations. Well done and thank you for attending another successful Gary Plan auction. Thank you very much.